Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Another day where we have lots of hot on the way. Yesterday, it felt like all day was up over 95. It's going to feel like that again today. I'd be surprised if we're not getting close to 95 by noon or 1 o'clock this afternoon. So get ready for lots of hours of the really high temperatures. The thing working in our favor is it's not going to be all that icky, sticky, humid everywhere. There'll be spots, just like there was yesterday, near the coast and farther to the east, near the I-75 corridor, where the humidity is still there. And hopefully those are going to be some of the areas that get a couple of showers, but I think showers are going to be few and far between. We're getting into a little dry patch here, and this may continue for another couple of days or more. I don't see much on the satellite radar composite. I don't expect I'm going to find much. The air in the upper part of the atmosphere is a little tiny bit drier, and that's what's trying to seep on in. It's why it feels a little different out there for a lot of us, and it should continue like this, I think, for the rest of the work week. It's 76 in Tallahassee and in Valdosta this morning. It's 73 in Thomasville. We're seeing those dew point numbers 71, 72, 73. We did see at times yesterday those numbers slide back into the upper 60s. It makes a huge difference being above 70 or below 70. It makes a bigger difference being above 60 or below 60, but we're a month or so away from getting those temperatures down below 60. It would be nice to see some of these dew points dip below 70 again. It makes it feel less uncomfortable outside, and I do think we can find that in some spots, especially north and west. It's 78 this morning in Perry. It's 77 in Live Oak. It's 81 at Apalachicola. More south, more east. There's a little bit more moisture. That means not only does the afternoon feel more sticky, but the overnight temperatures don't fall as far where there's a little bit more moisture. And then we head up to Blakely where it's 72, or Camilla where it's 74, Thomasville where it's 73, and maybe the air is just a little tiny bit drier, and that allows the overnight temperatures to get just a little bit lower. If we could pick up a little bit more of a breeze, that would help out too. Most of us, that breeze is going to be less than 5 miles per hour and mostly out of the northwest and north today. Places like Perry, like Live Oak, the I-75 corridor, the Suwannee River Valley, that's where we have that moisture. That's where we're going to find some fog. Got some visibilities down below 2 miles. So there are going to be some spots that are real different than other areas, but the majority of our area, a little drier, a little sunnier, and lots of hours of big time hot. And I don't see a lot of change because there's nothing new coming down the road. This time of year, we usually don't get any kind of change or fast moving systems. What we end up having are these periods where it's stuck in a weather rut for a week or more at a time. And right now, this weather rut, less humid, less showery, a little drier, but a lot hotter. And that's what we're going to be dealing with, I think, all the way through the rest of the week. Now, on the Futurecast, you can see to the east, to the south, a few showers try at times, but I don't really expect to find very much. Not today, not tomorrow, probably not Friday. And as long as our breezes are still coming mostly from the northwest and north or even northeast, we keep the drier air in place, and that means most of us don't get as uncomfortable outside, but spend a lot of hours really hot. The tropics, we can pick out a couple of different areas. We'll get to this one in a second. That's Ernesto. We've got a little bit more energy out here in the middle of the Atlantic. We've got more coming off the coast of Africa. It's a big hotbed this time of year for pieces of energy. Those tropical waves come off of Africa and they move across the Atlantic, and if they can find the right conditions, they can develop. That's what's happening for Ernesto right now. It's just a little bit north of Puerto Rico, and it's moving a little bit more north of northwest, and what it's likely going to do is continue to not only gain strength, but I think it's going to continue moving more to the north. 70 mile per hour sustained winds, so almost Hurricane Ernesto. That's likely coming today. The motion is to the northwest at 16, and as it continues to curl north, there's not a lot of resistance here. All the resistance is off the east coast of the United States, so it's not going to get a lot closer to the U.S. coast, but that may put it right on track to get near Bermuda by the weekend. So things to watch with Ernesto, and from where it goes past Bermuda, it should start to weaken, but we got lots of time to watch this one. It is going to get stronger before it gets weaker. On the Gulf today, northwest winds that turn west 5 to 12, seas 2 feet or less. So still pretty good for the boaters out there. It's 70s and 80s, mostly clear skies. Not much of a breeze this morning. A little bit of patchy fog in eastern areas. We'll go with mostly sunny and hot. We got to 99 yesterday, had 98 the day before. We're going to be right in that ballpark again, and for lots of hours this afternoon. I call it long duration hot, and that's not changing, I don't think, for the next few days. We'll keep the skies mostly clear tonight and more mid 70s. Here we go with that 7-day forecast. Rain chances at 30%. That might be a little optimistic. Coastal areas east of I-75, that's where we have the best shots for showers. You know, we end up going 3, 4, 5 days in places without rain. Those lawns and gardens start to get a little crispy, so keep that in mind, because I think our rain chances for a lot of our central and northern and western sections are staying real small.